welcome to my channel. If you're new around here, hi, I'm Steph, your new BFF, which means I'm your beauty, fashion and fitness girly here on the internet. Although today I'm your beauty, fashion and festive girly. Today we're bringing back old school YouTube. You know, a proper sit down, an in-depth tutorial, lots of blending and a cozy festive chat. I'm going to be talking about all the things that get me in the festive mood for Christmas, what our plans are over the Christmas period, all while beating my face within an inch of its life. Because I got some new makeup to try out and you have to see it. In case you weren't aware, this video is part of my Stefmas series, which is basically my version of the 12 days of Christmas, where I'll be posting a video every single day up until Christmas Eve with lots of festive, cozy, lifestyle and beauty content. So grab yourself a hot chockey, your favourite palette, and let's get blended. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been really struggling this year to get into the festive spirit. Now, obviously we had a lot of stress with buying the house back in August and moving, settling in and stuff. Then work has been crazy, like not busy, but it's just like a really weird time and my role is changing and it's just, it's a lot. And then Christmas was coming up and then I had some not so great news about a family member in Italy. So needless to say, I've been a little bit of a Scrooge. But makeup is my happy place. So I wanted to sit down, do some glam, play back with some new makeup, and talk about all of the things that help get me in the festive mood so that I can get myself out of this foul mood that I'm in. It also doesn't help that it's that time of the month. Everything's making me angry. And while we're going along with this, I will kind of talk you through what I'm doing, give you guys some tips. I will list all of the products that I use down below for you so that you can go and grab them if you wish to. I highly recommend you do. A lot of these products that are in this video are things that I use on a regular basis. I can't live without them. First one being the Unicorn Cosmetics Bare Brow. This is the Alter Ego version. I tried this when I went to Newcastle to see Leah, and annoyingly I'd ran out of my usual one and yeah, had to use this instead. It's fabulous. So as soon as I could, I ordered one and it came in a little kit with the double-ended brush as well, which I thought was kind of cute. I'm going to be treating this more like a list. I would have done it as a countdown, but it's kind of hard to put these things in like an order, if that makes sense. But starting off strong, we have Christmas decorations. I feel like this is a pretty universal festive activity. It'd help get anybody in the mood for a bit of Christmas, let's be honest. Like, I grew up through the 90s, so I have one of those parents who did the tried and true 90s council estate Christmas. So we had those awful like foil decorations. Everything was just metallic and glitter and colour, and it looked like the Christmas fairy had puked all over everything. So I'm very partial to a decoration or two. But this year I was particularly excited about putting up decorations because it's our first home together and we get to kind of decorate it however we want. Now, it may not have been exactly how Jamie wanted it decorated. Like, he was all for doing the whole 90s Christmas, but I've been traumatized by it enough and I was kind of like, I'm all for a little bit of tack, but like there's a limit that I will accept. Which is why we went for the whole Grinch theme with the Christmas tree, because I don't mind a little bit of tack to a certain degree, but you know, I don't want a full-on rainbow coloured Christmas tree. That's just not me. But I think we can all agree that our Christmas tree looks pretty cool this year. And if you haven't seen it, go and watch one of the previous Stefmas videos because I posted all about it in that. And thank you all for the lovely comments on it. I'm very happy with it. As well, because this is our own place and we have more space this time, we've gone for more than one Christmas tree. So we've got one in the porch so that everybody can see it and it matches the wreath and stuff for the door. And then we put one in the summer house because the living room, we've obviously got more than one sofa in there now, which takes up more room, and we've got a coffee table, which we never had before in the old place. So again, that takes up more room. So we don't actually have the space to fit the presents under the tree this year. Luckily for us, we have the summer house, so we have an extra space where we can have another tree. Jamie suggested to open the presents in there, which I thought was actually a pretty genius idea, because then we go in there, all of the mess and stuff is in there and not in the house, which means that we can just then focus on dinner and getting ready and keeping the house itself like nice and neat and tidy. And we can store the presents in there until we can figure out what to do with them. So yeah, that's gonna be really exciting, and doing all of the decorations, especially with it being our first home, and especially with how I've been feeling, have been really, really effective in making me less of a moody bitch. Another thing that really gets me in the mood is making plans and the little traditions that people have. I mean, I don't like to have too many plans. I think this time of year it is really easy for people to kind of stretch themselves too thin with making plans, because there's so much to do. You've got like Christmas markets, then work dues, you've got Friendsmas, if you know you guys do that kind of thing, you have get-togethers with friends, then you might want like festive date nights with your partner. There's making plans for family, like who you're going to see over Christmas, what you're then going to do New Year, all that kind of stuff. So it's very easy to get overwhelmed. But this year I'm really excited because it is our first Christmas in the new house, and it's just going to be the two of us. I think my mum is going to pop round later on in the day so we can do some present opening, because I can't wait for her and her partner and his daughter to open their presents. That's all I'm going to say. So that's going to be fun. We were going to try and go to the Christmas markets in Manchester, but I'm not sure we're going to get a chance to now. Like, we're cutting it a bit fine and we have things to do before Christmas, so we might not get around to that this year, so that won't be able to add to my festive mood. But there's plenty of stuff for us to be doing and plenty of plans for us to be getting on with. This year we've actually got more plans than normal, which feels really strange. Like, usually if we do a Christmas up in Manchester, which we are doing this year, it's usually just me and Jamie, and then we maybe have a few people around like in the evening on Christmas Day, and then the rest of the time we're just kind of hanging about until we go to South Wales to spend New Year or a second Christmas with Jamie's family. But we've actually got some plans this year. So it'll be Christmas in our new house, just the two of us and the cats. Obs. I am not making them a dinner this year though, because last year Evie ended up with the runs for like 5 days after, and she's been really good lately, so I don't want to jinx it. So she will not be getting a Christmas dinner. I might give her a little bit of turkey, a little bit. I'm still undecided. But yeah, then I think the plan is for my mum, her partner and his daughter to pop round. We'll do present opening, just keep it like nice and chill and low-key on Christmas Day. I do want to dress up because I got this dress from Mercy that I was gonna wear for New Year's Eve last year, because I think the original plan was to go out, but then we didn't. So I actually bought it this year and I thought, do you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna wear it on Christmas Day. I'm gonna be that girl who overdresses in her own house when no one else is there but her fiance. So I'm just gonna keep it nice and chill, and then we'll tidy up. I'll take my makeup off. I'll chill out, we'll watch some Christmas films, maybe have a cheeky Baileys, and call it a day. Then Boxing Day, we're going up to my aunt and uncle's. Side note, this base is the Made by Mitchell colour case, and I use the shade Toasty or Richer, was it? Toasty. This shade here, this reddish brown one. So good. And eyeshadow palette today is the Beauty Bay Rich palette. It has to be. It's a brown smoky eye. Why would I use anything else? So yeah, we're going up to my auntie's. Again, it's gonna be fairly low-key. Usually, like in previous years, and annoyingly Jamie's never got to experience this because the years when they have done it since, we've been down with Jamie's family at Christmas because I was like, I'm not too fussy about alternating years all of the time. I actually really love spending time with all of them around that time of year. But yeah, the Boxing Day family games night Jamie hasn't experienced yet, so we're going to do that this year. Like I said, it's going to be a bit more low-key than usual because it's not going to be everybody as far as I know, but we're going to go around on Boxing Day regardless. We're going to have a nice roast dinner and hang out and play some games, which I cannot wait for because I've missed out on it the last couple of years, and these two are like my second parents, so it'd be nice to spend the day with them. But the festivities don't even stop on Boxing Day for us this year. So on the 27th, so the day after Boxing Day, we're going to one of our friends. It's a couple that we know through family. Stacey is a diehard Liverpool fan like Jamie, so they get along like a house on fire. But they've got a bar built in their back garden, and we tend to go round there if, say, Liverpool are playing or Manchester United are playing, because Mark, Stacey's partner, is a United fan, so we tend to go around there to watch the football. I think there may be a game on, I'm not too sure, but either way we're going round to theirs. We've got them a little present each, nothing major, but as soon as I saw it I was like, I have to get it them. And just for reference, I've gone in with the shades Camel and Pampas as the darker colours in the crease, and then I'm using a PC10, just like a fluffy blending brush, and going in with the shade Organza and a teeny tiny bit of Fawn just to blend those edges out. And I want this to be a really rounded shape. I'm just trying to make sure that I follow sort of like my natural crease and the shape of my eye versus trying to wing the eyeshadow out. And then because this palette doesn't really have a light enough like highlight color, brow bone color, I'm gonna go in with the neutrals palette and use the shade Twig and Bone, kind of mix those together and go under my brow bone just to help set that base that I put on earlier, because we're gonna be going in with a really intense glitter soon, so I don't want too much shimmer everywhere else. I want to try and keep that nice and matte. And then a clean blending brush just to go over. I think we're going to take some games round as well. Jamie found a game on TikTok Shop. I think it's, is it meant to be like shuffleboard or something? And we'll maybe take Cards Against Humanity with us as well. As that game, if you haven't played it, you have to. It is so fun. I mean, it depends on the kind of sense of humor that you have. We have very dark sense of humor, so it works really well. I might see as well if my aunt and uncle can grab the mic, because they recently got that game. That was what they played, one of the games that they played at the games night that they did, and I've been dying to play it. And then I think that is pretty much it for us with like socials over Christmas. It'll be then I think New Year's Eve maybe that we're going to see Jamie's family, spend New Year's Day there, and then drive back because we don't want to be leaving the cats on their own for too long. But it's kind of hard to get somebody to look after them this time of year because, you know, most people go out on New Year's Eve. So we're just going to have to grin and bear it and just hope that they don't get absolutely petrified of the fireworks that are no doubt going to be going off. We're going to get one of those like automatic feeders for the biscuits so that my mum doesn't have to go round as often to feed them, because normally we'll feed them like 4 times a day. So they have their wet food in the morning, and then sort of around about lunchtime they'll have biscuits, then they have their wet food in the evening, and then later on in the evening, almost like a supper, they'll have more biscuits. It shouldn't be too bad. We'll just have to deal with it. Now it's time for my favorite bit of the makeup. Glitter! This one is one of the holographic multichromes from Cosmetics. It's called Solar Eclipse. Don't know whether that is picking up properly on camera. I wonder whether if I do it in a mirror. You see how like it's bronze but then it's green? I really hope that's picking up on camera. Then it also has the added bonus of having holographic glitter in it. And to make that stick on my eye, I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the NYX glitter glue. If you have some sort of cream product, like you could probably go back in with the colour case and just go back over with that toasty shade. I really need to get myself like a silicone pigment applicator, because at the minute I'm using this little silicone spatula thing that I got with the Laneige lip mask. I don't use it for the lip mask, so I might as well. But it's a bit fiddly. It's a bit fiddly. I've got massive sausage fingers. Anyway, let's get this glitter on. Are you ready? Okay, continuing with the list. Another thing that definitely helps in getting me in the mood for Christmas is the little traditions that people have. Now for this one, I'm intrigued to know what your guys' traditions are. Like what little rituals, events, activities, foods, drinks you have over the festive period, especially when it comes to like Christmas days. I find it really interesting what other people do on Christmas Day. And me growing up as a council estate kid will have been a very different experience to some people. I did talk about some of the sort of like traditions, rituals, that kind of stuff that his family have and how that kind of differs to what I had growing up in a Vlogmas video last year. So I will link that for you to go and watch if you're interested. We've actually created some little traditions of our own. First one for us, which I find really exciting, is going like stocking filler shopping. We've done it the last couple of years where we'll take a trip to mostly B&M because they have great stuff. They've got cute little stocking fillers. They do really fun like novelty gifts and different confectionery and stuff like that. So Jamie and I will go to B&M, which you will see in a Vlogmas video soon. And we go and buy our stocking fillers for each other, and we spend the entire it's fun because 1, we're buying presents for each other, but 2, we're trying really hard to kind of like avoid each other in the shop. Especially because when it comes to like chocolate and sweets and things like that, we have very similar tastes. It's like anything Kinder, anything Ferrero Rocher, anything Bueno related, anything Nutella related. It's hard to avoid each other in the shop. I think this year though, I kind of want to have more of like a structure to it, or a focus, if that makes sense. So for example, getting our favourite sweet, jelly, gummies, that kind of thing. Then our favourite chocolate, maybe something to make like a festive drink with, maybe something funny, something that they could use, that kind of thing. That way we kind of keep it limited, we keep it focused, because Jamie goes absolutely overboard. He doesn't know when to stop. I mean, we're both like that really. I love As much as I love getting a present, I love gifting things to people. Seeing their face light up when it's something they really wanted, just priceless. Okay, glitter is done. Another tradition for us is baking. We absolutely love baking. So we always end up doing something at some point. I think last year we made brownies and we took them to his parents for Christmas. I think we did cookies as well, if I'm not mistaken, because then we get to eat them. We can share them with people. We can give them as gifts. It's great because most of the time we've already got the stuff in the cupboard as well. Not sure what we're going to be baking this year, although I have seen somebody make, I think they're called thumbprint cookies, like chocolate ones, or they were chocolate peppermint, and they looked really good. So I might make them. Another thing that seems to have become a tradition for us, mostly with Jamie's family, just because there's more of them and Christmas can kind of get really expensive because they don't tend to do much on birthdays in their family, which could never be me if somebody did not treat my birthday like it was the most special day of the year, like the birth of Jesus. I'm sorry, no. But yeah, they don't really do birthday presents, so they kind of go a bit more all out at Christmas. So a few times what we've done is done like a Secret Santa, and it's worked out pretty well. So this year it's a £50 budget, and you know, just kind of £50, do whatever you want, and you've got one of 10 people. So yeah, that's like a cute little tradition that we have with his family now. It also then makes the present opening really fun because everyone's then trying to guess who got who. Now the question is, what lashes do I do? Do I go with my usual soft glam or these new ones? It's gonna have to be soft glam, although these ones from Unicorn Cosmetics, they're called Majestic AF. They are beautiful. And then I also got these ones called Blaze. They look really fluffy and feathery, and I cannot wait to use them. But yeah, I don't think that's the look. I don't think that's the look. To be fair, I did do this look already in a previous Stefmas video, and I did use the soft glam, so let's not play silly buggers and just use what I used before. I'm just gonna go and do my base off camera because otherwise this video is going to be incredibly long and there's only so many things I can talk about, so give me 2 minutes. And base is done. If you want to see like a full tutorial on this, let me know. I will leave the full like product breakdown of everything that I've used on my face, even though you didn't get to see it all, in the description down below. Another thing we started doing, I think it's been over like the last 2 years, so I guess you could call it a tradition at this point, but it is a Christmas quiz. Now the first year we did it, it was one of Jamie's brothers and his missus who put it together, and it was really good. And then Jamie and I took on the baton last year of doing it, but we did it slightly different. They'd put together like this whole really fancy PowerPoint presentation, and I just don't have the patience for that. I do that a lot for work, and as does Jamie, so I didn't really want to be doing it at Christmas. So we decided to do it on an app called Kahoot instead. So you get to build like custom quizzes on there, and you can do loads of different kinds of questions and stuff, and you can use it on a smartphone, so everybody like scans a QR code, the questions pop up on a screen, and everybody answers the questions from their phone. So that'll be going on again this year. But speaking of food and traditions, that is probably like another thing that really gets me in the mood for Christmas, is all the food this time of year. And I feel like it's the one time of the year that I can, as a lactose intolerant girly, warrant and get away with having a cheese board every night and no one can say a thing. And I especially love Italy for this time of year because things like pandoro and panettone and there's so many, like you have no idea, like so many different flavors, different shapes, different packaging. But yeah, the food, I've been loving it lately, especially like places like Lidl and Aldi have really gone ham. So I've been having my Ballycastle mince pies. I've had some like festive stuff from the Lidl bakery, like the, what they called, the chocolate orange mini loaves. And we've not done it yet, but I do want to go to Cafe Bar before their Christmas menu stops because they have a chocolate orange French toast and they have Black Forest pancakes. This is a time of year, like for somebody like me who loves food, is just the best time, and it definitely gets me in the mood when I start seeing mince pies in the shops and stuff, even though they start putting them in the shops in like October. And mulled wine and Baileys, oh my god, like I'm so looking forward to that on Christmas Eve. I think this year I am actually going to get to do the Christmas Eve that I've wanted to do again for a while. I don't think I've done this since before COVID, to be fair, but usually what I'll end up doing is finishing up wrapping all my presents, which at this point is probably looking like all of the presents that I've got are gonna need to be wrapped on Christmas Eve, but that is fine, we'll deal with it. And then I'll make like a mulled wine, maybe have like a cheeky Baileys, or maybe have like a boozy hot chocolate or a boozy coffee or something like that, and watch Christmas films, listen to Christmas songs while I'm wrapping presents. And then I guess another tradition is opening up Christmas pajamas. I say it's a Christmas Eve present, but we open it at midnight, so it's technically Christmas Day. And last but not least, one more thing that is guaranteed to get me in the mood for Christmas, and especially like this year, the last 2 years, but mainly this year, because Christmas to me is like over the top and colourful and sparkly, and makeup in the last few years just hasn't been, because everybody was in a clean girl chokehold. But it's been so fun this year seeing all the really creative looks that people have been coming up with, and seeing people actually use colour again and glitter and rhinestones. Zara Larson's makeup artist, thank you so much for that, because people have started using rhinestones again. I can't believe I was bullied into clean girl makeup, because I have never been that type of person because of my features. Like, I have big eyes, I have a big nose, I have fuller lips, I have a big forehead, I have big eyebrows. I just cannot get away with doing like minimal makeup. It just, I don't know, to me it just looks weird. So I've always been like a full glam girly, but then after COVID I was just bullied into no makeup and clean girl and trying to be natural, and I'm just not. I'm natural in the sense that I haven't had work done or injectables, anything like that, but when it comes to like my makeup and my style, it's anything but natural. Like this is me. But yeah, this year especially, with the whole like Zara Larson takeover and creative makeup making a comeback, it's really got me in the festive spirit, and I really want to start doing more like creative looks. I think I start to get the itch around Halloween now with Christmas, and seeing all the content that's being pushed out there and like the amazing artistry that people are putting out there, it makes me really warm and fuzzy inside. So I am definitely feeling the festive spirit. Look who's come to say hi. Hello. There's too much makeup for you to go walking about, isn't there? Eh? Do you want to get down? Come on in, let's go. Wait. I cannot believe I almost forgot to do my inner corners. Am I feeling okay? A little bit of pink on the inner corner. And then because that isn't enough, I'm gonna go in with some glitter. Just why not? It's Christmas. For anyone wondering, this is the glitter bomb from Take Two Cosmetics in the shade Love Struck. And this is the finished look, guys. It's warm, it's coppery, and it's festive without being too over the top, in my humble opinion anyway. I really do not think the camera is doing this eyeshadow justice. It's holographic, it's multichrome, so as I'm like looking and moving my head, I can see like the copper, and then it flashes like an amber color, and then it's like a mossy green and gold, and it's just it's so pretty. And then like the pink in a corner, and then the pink highlight. The highlight, the cheeks, can we just talk about it? Because I've definitely found my go-to cheek combo when I want a pink cheek. Now, the highlighter is obviously the star of the show, but the entire combo that I've got on my cheeks is this one right here. So this is the e.l.f. Camo Blush in the shade Bold Face Lilac. And then we've got the NYX Butter Melt Blush in the shade Butter Together. And this is the most perfect like light pink blush. And I've just put that up like underneath the eye. If you have like a pink setting powder, you could obviously go in with that like on the inner part here, and I feel like that could work really well, but I didn't want to like overdo it with the pink. I might try that one time, but for this I wanted to kind of like tone it down a little bit because the highlighter definitely steals the show with this one. This is the loose highlighter from Take Two Cosmetics in the shade Love Potion. It is perfection in a pot. I can't. Look at it. Someone needs to study how this formulation is made, because never have I tried a Take Two Cosmetics highlighter that I haven't loved. I've tried 3 different formulas now from them. So 3 different kinds of highlighter, and every single time it slaps. Every single time it looks like glass. It looks like I'm wearing gloss on my skin. There's no texture. There's no glitter. It is just pure sheen. And the pink shade in this, she's so pretty. Although we can't leave without obviously talking about the eyeshadow. Like, I think this is probably one of the most low effort, high impact looks I've ever done. It is literally just whacking on a dark brown base, and you can use whatever you have as a dark brown base. So if you've got like a brown eyeliner, if you only have like a black eyeliner, that could still work. You just go over it with the brown eyeshadows. You could use a like a liquid bronzer or like a cream bronzer, a dark concealer, whatever it is you have. You don't necessarily have to have the color case, but it definitely has some nice shades in there for you to use if you're wanting to do like a cream base. And for eyeshadow, I'm obviously going to recommend the Beauty Bay Rich palette, because that is exactly what I've used for this, and they're very good value for money, and you get a ton of shades in here that you can create so many different looks. These are definitely my ride or die. I have pretty much every single one they've come out with, bar some of the limited edition ones from like years ago when I clearly wasn't aware of them, otherwise I would own them already. And then glitter wise, I've obviously used this one from Cryptine. They are a little bit more on the pricey side, I'm not gonna lie, and it did take a bit of time to get here, so you might not get this before Christmas. I'm just putting it out there right now, it's not gonna happen. So if you want this, go for it, just be aware that it is gonna take a bit of time to get here. However, there are some beautiful like shimmers in here, and Take Two Cosmetics, I'm going to mention them again. They obviously have some absolutely beautiful glitter bombs, and there's a plethora of shades. They have tons of brown and bronzy and coppery shades that you could definitely use. But if you really want this one, I definitely recommend getting it, because I haven't seen a more beautiful multi-chrome eyeshadow in my life. Now I want all of them. But yeah, that does it for this makeup tutorial / Christmas chit chat. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of the makeup. This is what I'm planning on wearing for Boxing Day, because it's very low effort, so I could like throw it on quite quickly, but it still looks really effective. And if anything, with something like this, the messier it looks, the better. You're not looking for like a perfect blend, because the impact comes from the lid and like the inner corner and the highlight. So I'm really pleased with it, but let me know what you guys think. If you're dressing up for like Christmas, Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, let me know what your plans are, because I'm a nosy bitch, I want to know. And let me know what gets you in the mood for Christmas. Like, what are your traditions? Because I'm looking for some inspo. Let's just share the festive cheer. But that kind of wraps it up for now. So I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed filming it. It is currently very late, so I'm about to go and take this off and go to bed. But either way, I hope you found it educational, inspirational, and entertaining, because that is kind of the point around here. But on that note, I'm gonna love you, leave you, and see you in the next one. Bye!